You ever bought a bottle of bourbon and been like, probably shouldn't have bought that? That was my entire trip to Kentucky. Welcome back to another episode of Neat Bourbon. My name's Tanner, and today we are going over my 18 bottle haul from my most recent trip to Kentucky. Now, I kind of went over budget here by a lot, and I just kept looking into bottles that I wouldn't be able to buy, back home in Virginia. So I just kind of kept using that justification for why I was going to buy that bottle, and it just kind of snowballed out of control. You'll see what I'm talking about. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get the first bottle here. Starting off hot. It's a Stagg. It's a 23C. I only went out to two liquor stores. I was able to pick this one up. It was $125. I felt like kind of have to pick one up if you see it for that price, because I don't know, I like them for $125. They're a buy all day. Next up, went to Bardstown, Disco 11. Got two of them. They've already sold out here in Virginia. And then I also got the Green River Rye. Now, I did buy one of these Bardstowns. I bought one of the Disco 11s at the Distillery super early in the morning. And then we went out to the Distillery in Bardstown, Kentucky, later on that day. I was able to try that pour there, and I was like, dang it, it is pretty freaking solid. So this is the first time that I've ever bought a backup of a Discovery series. I do think the 11 is amazing. I tried the 10 as well. The 10 was a little bit oakier, but I think that the berry profile coming across in this 11 was spectacular. So I bought a backup of it. So yeah, just these three bottles alone kind of hurt the budget a little bit. Next up, then we went to Willet. And these are the bottles I was able to pull from the Willet Distillery. So this is the old Bardstown, and then you got the Johnny Drum. So this was a subscriber actually highly recommended this bottle to me, told me it was a must buy while you were in Kentucky. So I'm super excited to get this bottle. And then our bus driver said that this was her favorite bottle, at Willet. So someone tells you it's their favorite bottle, you gotta buy it if you haven't had it. Or at least, and it wasn't too expensive. So anyways, super stoked to walk away with both these bottles. I think this is in that $40-ish range. I think this one's $35 or something like that. Maybe less. I don't know. But yeah, got two of these from Willet. Next up, went to Michter's early in the morning, waited in line, and was able to come away with the 23 Shenks and the 23 Bombergers. So I do already have this Shenks. I think this bottle is spectacular. And then I do have then a buddy opened up the Bombergers, which I have a little bit left of it. And the Bombergers is spectacular as well. Definitely the Bombergers, I think, is a little bit elevated over the Shenks. But I think you really can't go wrong with either of these if you can get them at MSRP. So these was my Michter's haul. Bombergers, Shenks. So that was 8. 9 and 10. Went to the Evan Williams, was able to get the Evan Williams 12-year from the distillery out there, and then also the Evan Williams single barrel. Kind of been kicking myself the last 2 years for not picking one of these up. So they had it at the distillery. I think prices are creeping up. I think this was right at $50. I think they used to be in that 35 to 40 range. But anyways, haven't had this bottle before, so I really want to try it. 86 proof. Everyone says it's phenomenal. This bottle here, I've already have a review out on this. Because I tasted the bottle during the review, I wanted to go on the tour to buy this bottle, so I was really happy to be able to walk away with the Evan Williams 12-year. So this was my Evan Williams haul. That's 10. Now, on to my Jim Beam. So I got the Jim Beam Lineage. This is a 15-year limited. And the bottle I'm most excited about, this is a 17-year-old Jim Beam product. This is a distillery only release, and this is a blend of the Frankfurt, Claremont, and Boston release that they did early in the year. So wasn't able to get any of those, but they did have this at the distillery. Wasn't cheap. It was $110. But I just felt like if I couldn't buy all 3 of the bottles, at least I'll be able to taste the blend of all 3 of them together. And it's 17-year-old Jim Beam juice. Like, this is going to be spectacular. Like, those higher age Jim Beams really just kind of hit home for me. So super pumped to have this bottle. And the Lineage is kind of, I don't know, probably shouldn't have bought this bottle, but I did. And yeah, so wife wasn't too happy, but hey, here we are. We're going to make some content with it though, guys. We got 6 left. One of the bottles I'm also most excited about, finally was able to get an Old Forester single barrel proof that is selected by the master distiller. This is a 10-year, 8-month OBSQ. The tasting notes on this bottle are phenomenal. If you've been a follower of this channel for like long at all, you would probably have noticed in some of my videos that I say that these are like my favorite bottles. Like if I could only have one bottle, it might be this one. Yeah, so I just think with like, you know, the 10 different combinations, I've had a bunch of them. Some of the like the really good ones that I've had are like lights out up there with like the best pours I've ever had. So super excited to have this one on the bar. It was $99. I was able to get 2 of them, but a coworker of mine, he's a big fan of these as well. So got my second one and I'm giving it to him. So we actually got the same one because the people at the store said, or at the distillery said this was the one to get. So can't wait to get the cork out of this bottle because I do have a few of them unopened now. So really excited to do a comparison. Anyways, 4 Roses single barrel bourbon. And we got the 1924. Got this thing for, you know, what was it, $115 at the distillery. So that was really cool. And shit, didn't work. There we go. Yeah, so I ended up coming away with 3 of them. I had a bunch of buddies with me out there, and they didn't want to take theirs. I felt, you know, like I kind of had to buy them. We still even had like 3 or 4 people like on the tour, like my friends on the tour with us, that we didn't buy their bottles. I was already like way over budget, but I felt like I'm not going to be able to buy these here in Virginia, and so now I'm kind of good on 1924 for a really long time. I actually went to the office the other day and was telling a coworker that I had them, and he was like, "Man, I would love one." And I was like, "Cool, great, I'll sell it to you." So, you know, got it for $122. So I'm gonna give it to him for $122, and was really excited to tell my wife that I was like, "Hey, remember those 3 bottles that I got? Well, now I only have 2 of them, so woohoo!" But yeah, so really happy to have these backups. So. I don't know. Now I'll be able to share this bottle super freely with everyone that comes over because I know I have a good amount of it to go around. So the 1924 reviews out on this. I think it's great though. My last 2 bottles. The Peerless Toasted. So this is their new release. I wanted to get a double oak store pick, but again, didn't get the opportunity to go to too many liquor stores because I spent so much money at the distilleries. But super pumped about all the bottles that I got. And this bottle that didn't need to buy as well, but man, I'm excited for it. This is a Peerless Rye. This is, and of course, everything Peerless is cask strength, but it is over 8 years old. So that is super exciting. This is one of the oldest, you know, single barrels that Peerless has, you know, released. It was picked from their head distiller, so super excited to have this one because hadn't really had too much experience with the rye. Had the double oaked rye while I was there. That was phenomenal. Had the double oaked store picked while I was there. That was great. You know, so Peerless, really looking forward to trying both of these because I've been kind of a fan of the pours that I've had, you know, from you guys. I do think the bourbon's kind of expensive, but, you know, hey, if it's good, then, you know, that kind of, you know, solves all problems. Anyways, guys, so this is 17 and 18. That makes 18 bottles today. You know, please let me know in the comments down below, what do you think is the best bottle that I was able to get? Which bottle would you guys like to see me open up first? Which bottle do you want to see a review of first? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll be happy to get that video out as soon as possible. I'm back in the saddle now. I'm going to be firing out a whole bunch of content because I have a mess of bottles that we need to get open and get samples to you guys and then keep the content flowing. Anyways, so this is Neat Bourbon. My name's Tanner, and pop the bottles and share the pours. And we'll see you in the next one.